Whew. I keep getting asked, is now a good time to buy or sell in Arvada? I've got to be honest with you, I get sick of all the wishy-washy answers most realtors are giving you. I'm going to give you my honest opinion, my honest take on whether or not it's a good time to be a buyer, is it a good time to be a seller, and my honest opinion on timing. No fluff, no filler, just strategy and preparation. I'm Mark Baier. I work with buyers and sellers across Arvada and the Denver metro area, and I make these videos every month to give you an idea of what's really going on in the market with boots on the ground, not just national headlines. Now, as a martial artist and a competitor for over 3 decades, I learned strategy and preparation is everything. I'm going to give you my honest take on what's going on in the market right now. Now, if you're new here, hit subscribe. I could put out a video every month so you don't have to go through all these confusing reports and numbers yourself. Inventory is actually up. More homes are available now than this time last year, and actually days on market has gone down. So the market has changed a little bit. However, prices are pretty stable. They haven't shot up, they haven't dropped off catastrophically. They really kind of stabilized and become a little more normalized. We're back to a normal market. So if you're buying a home, now you have a lot more power, a lot more negotiating ability. And if you're selling your home, it's not catastrophic. The bottom hasn't dropped out. You're not seeing the crazy pandemic era prices, but prices are pretty stable. Now, interest rates are sitting right about 6.5% on a 30-year loan, right about 5 3/4 on a 15-year loan. So a wait and see approach is actually a little more complicated than you'd think. I have some sellers right now, they're selling their home as their job situation changed. They had bought their home right out in Whisper Creek, and it's a beautiful home. They had bought it for about $980,000 in 2022. They are now turning around and selling their home. Their job situation changed. Unfortunately, they had to get out kind of right at the same time, and they're listed at $985,000. So the market is really pretty stable compared to what it was a few years back. All right, now let's just see kind of what the overall picture is like. Let's break it down. Specifically, if you were a buyer who's been kind of sitting on the fence. Right now, the buyer advantage is you can actually look at a house. It's not crazy like it was back in 2022 where there was 20 offers in 48 hours. You can actually tour a home twice. You can get a good inspection and negotiate some repairs. You can think about it and run those numbers and make sure you're comfortable with your decision to buy. So it's a little bit more of a time where strategy and planning are going to definitely pay off for you. Now, what I hear a lot of buyers say is they're waiting for the interest rates to come down. Well, when that happens, you're going to get 2022 all over. When the interest rates come down, buyers come flooding back. Now you're getting into a competitive market. So that whole waiting for interest rates to come down may not be the best strategy you've ever employed. So the question is, who should buy right now? Well, buyers who are pre-approved. Also, buyers who want to get out of Denver and get a little more space. If you're a family and you prioritize school over timing. And also, if your horizon is 3 to 7 years, and I tell you 3 to 7 years, I honestly think if you've got 5 years to 10 years, now you're cooking with gas. Now, who shouldn't buy right now? If you're not pre-approved, it's not a good time for you to buy. If you're in an unstable job situation, you don't know where you're going to be working in a year, don't buy right now. It's no sense getting yourself into a situation that's no good. Also, if your price range is going to stretch you really thin, don't be house poor. I've seen it happen a million times. You don't want that. Wait till your financial situation changes a little bit. So for example, the couple I was talking about from Denver, they were already renting for $2,400 a month. By the time they looked at a home in Arvada that was about $550,000, we negotiated a $10,000 seller commission, and they ran the numbers. They were actually within a couple $100 of their mortgage or their lease rate anyway. So the numbers really changed the conversation. All right, now let's flip it. So if you're selling your home in Arvada, let's have the conversation you need to hear. All right, sellers, quick reality check. The days of getting 12 offers in 24 hours and 50,000 over, those days are over. You really need to set up a good strategy for selling your home. It needs to be priced right and it needs to show well. If you don't price it right, it's going to sit on the market. Your home is never more valuable than that first week that it's actually listed. So if it's priced right, you'll get your offers, you'll get your price, you'll move on. If it isn't, It's going to sit, and it's going to result in price reductions and all kinds of stuff. You may wind up actually netting out way less than if you'd have just priced it a little lower in the first place. So somebody who has a good strategy and understands the numbers really needs to be in your corner. All right, what's selling fast versus what's sitting? What's selling fast, or if you've got updated kitchen, updated bathrooms, your house is what I call a toothbrusher. Put a toothbrush in, move in, not have to do anything. Those houses are selling. If you've deferred some maintenance or your house needs some upgrades, buyers are going to figure that in. So you need to make sure that you have a strategy that prices it accordingly. Buyers still want to live in Arvada. We've got great schools, got great outdoor amenities. You're always close to trails, parks, hiking, that outdoor Colorado lifestyle. You're also close to Denver and Boulder, so if you're a professional, the commute's quick both directions. So Arvada is a genuine draw. If your house is priced right and it shows well, it will sell. Now, a story of two sellers. There was a seller that priced their home at about $610, and it really was about a $585 home. But $610 is what they needed. So their realtor told them, yeah, all right, let's price it at $610. Well, the house sat on the market. They wound up going through price reductions. They wound up coming in actually even less than that. Now, another seller priced their house at $589. They had 4 offers within 10 days. They wound up selling it at about $610. So the seller who listened to a good strategy and took the right pricing strategy actually sold for more than the seller who was selling for what they needed. All right, so now you've got a good picture of what's going on the buyer side and a good picture of what's going on the seller side. So let me give you my honest opinion about what everyone wants to know: timing. Well, if you're a buyer and you've got a 3 to 7 year, 3 to 5 to 10 year window on how long you're going to live in the home, and you're ready to go, you're already pre-approved, great time to buy. You have a lot more power. Also, if you're a seller and your house is priced right and presents well, that was also a good time to move. But pricing strategy matters more than anything right now. The one thing that changes everything on both sides, the buyer or the seller, is have a strategic plan, not a Zillow alert and a hope. Nowadays, strategy is way more important than time. That's where my martial arts background actually helps me and my clients. I have grown up understanding that it's all about strategy and preparation, and I'm going to back up my clients with real offers, real numbers, real strategy. Now, drop in the comments if you're thinking about buying or selling in the next couple of months, and what's holding you back. I read every comment. I would love to hear your responses. So here's the bottom line. If you're a buyer, you have more leverage right now than you've had in years. Less competition, more room to negotiate, better opportunity for you. Also, if you're a buyer and your house is priced right and it shows well, it's a pretty good opportunity for you as well, but pricing strategy is more important than ever. This market isn't broken, it just requires some preparation. So if you're thinking about buying or selling in the next bit, give me a call. I do free 30-minute consultations. Let's figure out where you're at, and let's get a strategy that makes sense. If you're wondering about what Arvada neighborhood is best for you, click on the video in the description. I go through all the great neighborhoods in Arvada and what makes sense for your personal situation. And if you found this at all useful, hit the like and subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications. I do this every month for people in the Arvada and Denver metro area. See you in the next one.